The need for faster connections across borders is constantly on the rise, and this requires regulation to evolve accordingly. In Europe, we find the EECC, a new directive for the regulation of electronic communication services and networks across the EEA. As Vice President of the Digital Single Market stated, this agreement is essential to meet Europeans' growing connectivity needs and boost Europe's competitiveness. The members include all EU states, plus others like Iceland or Norway. After the Brexit, also the UK. They all must adapt their existing regulations in accordance with the Code by 2020. The main objectives of the Code include promotion of investment in very high-capacity networks, encouraging techniques like co-investment, promotion of competition, development of the internal market, and protection of consumers. What are the consequences for OTTs? Due to the increasing use of non-traditional modes of communication in place of traditional ones, the scope of the Code has expanded to cover these over-the-top services, so they become subject to the existing e-privacy directive, which limits the use of traffic and location data and prohibits listening to communications. This could have big implications in those services whose business model is based on using personal data to provide targeted ads.
Moving on to the authorization scene, it is worth mentioning that any operator is allowed to provide its services all across the EU with no need for a specific license. They are just required to comply with the regulatory conditions. On another note, the EECC creates a more coordinated approach to spectrum management with a view to promoting the rollout of 5G. These are some of the changes they are seeking. Duration of radio spectrum licenses for wireless broadband up to a minimum of 20 years, clear rules on spectrum assignment and the renewal of licenses, a regular review of radio spectrum fees. Another area where the EECC has fixed its focus is the end-user protection. To achieve a standard level, they have designed a series of actions such as aligning protections, including security requirements, enhancing user rights during the switching of Internet access services, establishing a universal service, strengthening protection of citizens in emergency situations, and capping the price of intra-EU calls. Whether the EECC will bring the benefits that were intended with its design depends very much on the implementation by the member states and national regulators.